Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Well, I said okay. Let me pull this up real quick. Tell you how smart y'all are. Okay. Share the screen. How y'all day going so far? Hmm. Wait a minute. Let me see if it worked today. Let me see. Is it working? Wait a minute. Shit, I don't know. Oh, well, I can't see it. How you make it bigger? Wait a minute. Can y'all still hear me? Yes. Now I ain't finna read this whole thing for the 100th time today. Wait a minute. No, but I wanted to point out some stuff. Do you know the stuff that we was talking about yesterday? Do you know that this stuff, when they came up and asked the questions, and shout out to all y'all smart people that prompt the questions or what have you, because it showed up in the shit today. And this was yesterday's live. Now you know I wouldn't have came here today because I be trying to get ghosts on Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays. But ain't that crazy? So but I'm gonna tell you the parts that showed up. Y'all ain't gonna believe this shit. So I'm gonna go off the screen. I'm gonna be on the screen, but I'm gonna have to click this button to read it because I can't see it. So yeah, you notice that, Valencia. So while y'all there, make sure y'all put y'all links in the chat. If y'all selling, pocketbooks at your car, hair weaves, in bundles or whatever, put all that in the chat, please, while I go to the parts that I need to go to. So, of course, I'm not going to read it all. It's already been read a few times a day. Shout outs to Atlas and Diva. So I'm going to read this preliminary statement. So it says, the government respectfully submits this memorandum of law in support of its motion in limine in advance of trial in this matter, currently scheduled to commence on August 9th, 2021. This motion in limine seeks to protect the identities of certain charged victims referred to as Jane Doe number 2, 3, 5 in the third superseding indictment, hereafter referred to as the victim witness, that are expected to provide and/or will be subject of sensitive and personal testimony concerning illegal sexual abuse, sexual contact, and other acts committed by the defendant at trial. Specifically, the government moves the court to one, permit the victim witness to testify using a pseudonym of their first names only, limit references to each of the victim witnesses in open court to their pseudonyms or first names only, and prevent public disclosure via cross-examination or otherwise of the victim witness respective addresses, names of family members, or exact place of employment, if any. For the reasons set forth below, the court should grant the government's motion. And so it's just a briefing of what they what it was already read. It's just a summation of summation of the indictments. Let me see if y'all can still hear me. Y'all can still hear me? Because I'm off the screen. Can y'all still hear me? Did y'all hear me read that? Should I say that? Okay, great. All right. So when I asked, because I knew the timing of the trials, what have you, that's why I asked Empress Empowered TV, EETV. That's why what I'm shortening it um, to explain to y'all the difference between a motion to eliminate and motion to suppress. And basically, I mean, she did tell you about the motion of eliminate was to exclude certain evidence. It's also used to. She didn't say this part, but it's also used to include certain evidence. So, we had already spoke about that. The part that we went on the live was we were talking about. Let me get to the to this part, right? About the right to confront. Remember, we were talking about um, they were talking about how much time, maybe it's not enough time that R. Kelly's going to have to confront his accusers and this, that, and the third, or what have you, right? So remember, I was saying, I was like, they were saying on Diva's channel where they could just use the grand jury testimony. You can do that, but it's like I was saying, it's a bunch of steps, to just get there. They don't just take the, even though, like I said, the federal government bring charges on behalf of the federal government, but you still they still want those have to have some type of um, a representation of that witness or accuser or whatever you want to call them in court to be confronted, right? But and if that person can't, it isn't available, and like I said, that falls upon the rule 804. If that person isn't available, they still have to use a cooperation test in order to just use that grand jury testimony, right? So if you go down further in the document where I am now, I don't know if you guys can see where I am now, but I'll read what I was talking about yesterday under the Sixth Amendment. It says, in advancing the contention that the defendant's right under the Confrontation Clause of the Sixth Amendment require full disclosure of witnesses' names, place of employment, and home addresses, the defendant relies on, and it has a case law. It's taken together. These cases have been interpreted by the Second Circuit to safeguard two main interests of the defendant. One, obtaining information needed for an in-court and out-of-court investigation of the witness, and enabling defense counsel to elicit information that might be relevant to the jury's deliberations as to the credibility of or knowledgeability of the witness. And some more case law. In the event the government seeks to limit disclosure of identifying information in open court, the government must provide a reason for the limitation. Citing some more case law. The reason may be the answer may subject the witness to reprisals, or that the question is being used to humiliate or annoy the witness. Remember, I was saying, like, if you are somebody's been accused of rape. No, like somebody's been accused of rape, you can't ask the rape victim about their sexual history. You can't do that. So let's see, where was it says the defendant is then required to demonstrate a particularized need for disclosure of the relevant information, which the court weighs against the risk to the witness. Meaning, I mean, they're gonna um state why they, need that information, and then the judge is gonna, when they say court, I mean the judge is gonna weigh that information. So we talked about that. I mean, this is crazy. This is like a damn deja vu. Okay, so I'm here on page 9, right? This is where when Team Lieber was asking about having enough time to identify these accusers and go through the testimony, go through the evidence, this, that, and the third. Remember when I told her, well, they don't need that much time because they already have the information. He should know who the accuser, um who the accuser would be, who the accuser is, I'm sorry. Um and it's not that hard. You just pretty much adding a face, and a name to the discovery, to the evidence, right? And so this is what this part speaks about. This is crazy that we talked about this yesterday. It says here, Jane Doe is expected to testify in explicit detail about allegedly being the victim of degrading and humiliating treatment by the defendant. The case has already received significant national and local press coverage. Revealing Jane Doe's identity would likely cause her anxiety and risk social stigma. More broadly, requiring Jane Doe to disclose her identity could chill the willingness of other alleged victims of sex crimes to come forward. Furthermore, the defendant has not identified any particularized need for the disclosure of Jane Doe's identity information in open court. Defendant already knows who Jane Doe is and will not be prevented from mounting a defense in the event that she is referred to only as Jane Doe. Additionally, although her address, family member's name, and place of employment are entirely irrelevant to her testimony, disclosing these details risks allowing third parties to identify her. That's like crazy, y'all. We went through this yesterday. Ain't that crazy? We did the breakdown before the goddamn motion came. What? What? All right, then. Well, shout out to y'all with them damn smart questions. Y'all is on it, baby. On it. I'm telling you. I got the best. Yes, from the east to the west, the north and the south. Ah, y'all make it rain some sense on them, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Woo! Yes, honey. I saw that. I was listening. I was like, whoa. This is shit we talked about yesterday. And like a lot of questions, like when Robert was asking the question about the Curcio hearing and Azrael's attorney or what have you going there. Like if you can kind of throw out what was happening, I can kind of take a guess, what happened or what's, the the reason why she would be going to, to appear at that Curcio hearing. But that was like a question that an actual person that's on the case would know, because we don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? We don't know why she, is scheduled to appear. You know what I'm saying? So, but I can kind of do the best I can if you kind of, because I'm not following this case. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I can. You can tell me 1,000 times. I cannot tell you no Jane Doe is, which one she. None of that. I don't know none of it. That's what But if you, I know the procedure, the process, and if you could just throw it out to me, I could try to figure it out, because I do corporate law. I did anyway. But yeah. But I just thought that was so crazy that we talked about that yesterday. Damn, that's all right. Well, enough of that, and I plan to start that exercise on the R. Kelly exercise on Friday. So make sure y'all look out for y'all notifications and stuff. I'm on. You know, we have to sneak it in, because I don't want no kind of sabotage, no bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And also, what I'm going to do is, whoever want to take part of the defense part of it, that's fine. I know I'm gonna be one of it because I know the rest of the people is probably going to be more, and people can come up and challenge that argument. You can either do it in the chat or you can come up and challenge it. And then the people with the best arguments on either side, you ain't gonna get nothing for it but recognition. That's it. I ain't gonna give you no money. I don't know. I might. It all depends. It all depends. It all depends. But yeah, we can I want to make sure they get acknowledged. Who give the best arguments on either side. Hopefully, Debosky will be available. He always adds something uh to the pot. To the live that Lord have mercy, when Debosky hits the panel, you never know how that's gonna go. But yeah, that was crazy. I just thought that was really crazy. I was like, shit, we went over that yesterday and it came out today, and I had to go check the date on it. I was like, is this came out today or was it yesterday? I'm like, damn, how we gonna be ahead of the game? We ahead of the game, baby. Stop playing. Shit. Don't play with us. Yeah, so well anyway, so I posted the final of the exercise. Y'all could print off the the papers there. You could read through them. Like I said, I attached a lot of the notes that I made. Um, like when we was doing the debates with Levi and Brooke and Jazz and Larry and myself and who else, and there was so many people, Tears and Keep and shit, Blade and Atmos and oh Lord, the list goes on. But yeah, so I made a little there's a slight little journal of like sample motions on both sides, emotions and rebuttals. Like I said, I tackled the Constitution, going after constitutional law as far as the motion for defense, as well as you know the COVID thing as well. And that was so funny that his new lawyers or whatever, whoever's writing the motions up now, went for the same ones. That's crazy, right? That's crazy. So yeah. So and now this is so I want to share some articles from some friends of mine or their kids or whatever. Some of it's sad, but I'll try to go through each one. I'm gonna explain it to you since I'm learning this share screen. Child, I'm on my own now, baby. I'm on my own. I'm on my own, baby. I'm on my own. So and this isn't funny, but earlier today, a friend of mine, the girl who I stabbed, almost stabbed to death, she called me and said there was another one of our friends' daughter was killed a couple of days ago in Tampa. Her her boyfriend took her life. She had a 9-month-old child that wasn't from him, but yeah, he took her life. She was only 18, and I wanted to read that article. Where am I? Make sure y'all hit that like button, please. And I think Atmos and Divas doing an excellent job with breaking those reading those motions and and breaking them down, and giving their opinions about them. I was trying to look in there because I heard something about a man, and I was looking for that. I was like, oh Lord. Uh, I wanted to see that about that man. I don't know what that was about. So let me see if it appears on the screen. All right, it appears on the screen. Let me see if I can read it. Okay, so this guy. I almost called him a name. Um, killed my friend's youngest daughter. All right, so it says an arrest made after a woman killed in a domestic homicide in Tampa, deputies say. So let's see. Can you play it? Well, let me read it. It says a man was arrested. Get off here. Wait a minute. Okay. It says a man was arrested for allegedly killing a woman during a heated argument at an apartment in Tampa Monday morning. The man, DeMontre Jackson, 22, was arrested by the U.S. Marshals at a hotel in the Rocky Point area. About 10:30 p.m. Wednesday, the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office responded to a report of gunfire at the Willowbrook Apartments on Hellenic Drive and found a woman's body. The person who called 911 told the dispatcher they had heard a man and a woman arguing before the shots were fired. As our detectives piece together this crime, we are deeply saddened by this senseless violence that ended a woman's life, said Sheriff Chad Christener. At this time, this appears to be a domestic related incident, and we believe the victim was targeted. Jackson was found at the hotel early Thursday morning and arrested for first degree premeditated murder. He is being held in the Hillsborough County Jail. So she basically told me that um she said that like how we kind of grew up or whatever. Like if you her family's kind of structured kind of like ours. Mine is a little bit on my mom's side, where like they take great like our friends, like we bring friends and a man around and this that, and the third. Oh, they want to know where your friend come from, their family, what they're into, where your job, what your blah blah blah, because they're me. And now this is just not my idea, okay? This is theirs, okay? All right, but they're like, you're not gonna bring trash into this family. I don't mean to laugh, but that's just the short of it. They real abrupt and real curt like that. They get to the point, and so they try to make sure that you are as if we so much, but they try to make sure that you are suitable, you know, to avoid from this type of thing. But you really there's no way to avoid this. So they tried to help him, get on his feet. Um, my friend put him in an apartment. She's just 18. She just turned 18. She put her in an apartment. She put them in an apartment. And he was struggling trying to get a job. So they was trying to help him. No, they got him a job, and he lost it. And he was showing a little, signs of violence because she had told me that he had put a hole in the wall, right? So he had put a hole in the wall, and so they said, told him, well, you're gonna have to patch that up. So anyway, the girl was telling him, Kamara was telling him that since you don't have a job or what have you, you're gonna have to move out. We're still gonna help you, but with some money or whatever till you get on your feet, but you're gonna have to find somewhere to stay. And They said that he kept a gun in the house, and my friend said she had told him to not to have that gun around her child. And another girl, her friend was there. Her daughter's friend was in the apartment too because she lived in an apartment too. And she said that after they had their argument, he she went in the room and she left her baby up front with the friend. She said that he followed her in the back. He hadn't got the gun, followed her in the room, and then she turned around and well, now I don't know if they turned. She turned around, but she saw the gun and yelled out, "Call 911! He got a gun." He shot her, and she still don't know where her daughter was shot at because they left the SWAT came and all those people came and they left the body in there from Wednesday night to Thursday. And during that time he had called his mama. Now I don't know why his mama didn't help him get on his foot and all that shit. She got a car. Okay, I don't know why the hell she ain't help him. But anyway, he called his mama, and his mama, he told his mama on the phone, "Mama, I did something real stupid, and I got to go. I got to get out of here." He called his mama, and she came and got him, and the cops started calling his mama because she didn't know what was going on. He didn't tell her what was going on. The cops started calling his mama. So anyway, they went and got him from this hotel, and he's in custody now. He she's the she's actually the daughter of this guy. He has a he he's pursue. I don't know if he. I think he has a contract. I know he's done a song with Chance the Rapper. I don't know why I'm talking like he's so wait a minute, second. Hold on. Like I don't know this little boy. Like he's some renowned star. Like I don't know him or whatever. Like he gonna strike my goddamn song or something. But anyway, where is it? Hold on, y'all. That's his music. Hold on. I'm trying to get it in here. I'm coming. He's a black boy. He's a black guy. Don't worry about it. He's black. Hold on. Hold on. That's him in the middle. Right there, that's him. So yeah. So that's her brother. That's her brother. Yeah. So that's what they're dealing with. While I'm at it, let's see. Let me find my other friend. That's hold on. I'm trying to get the other one up, y'all. Just give me 1 minute. I'm sorry. Okay. This is my friend Bobby. This is one of my best friends, Bobby. He got killed. I'll read his article in a few, but this is him. And I'll read what happened to him. He goes by the rap name of Highway. He was a veteran. YouTube, I do not own the rights to this music. Oh shit! I want to shut us down. Hell. Okay. Yeah. So that was my friend Bobby. So let me tell you what happened to him. All right. So it says Columbus rapper shot to death on Buena Vista Road. It says authorities said Bobby Ray Stewart, 47, also known as Highway, was found suffering from gunshot wounds on Buena Vista Road Saturday night, August 23rd, around 11:40 p.m., according to Columbus police. The Mus Muskogee Muscogee, what is that? Muskogee? Oh, Muskogee. Okay, Muskogee coroner said Stewart was shot in his neck and chest. Stewart family told News Leader 9 that the Columbus rapper's funeral will take place this Saturday in Preston, Georgia. Police are continuing to conduct multiple interviews, but no arrests have been made so far. Officials say Stewart was shot multiple times inside the club, but authorities say it's unclear which part of the club Stewart was shot in. A fight broke out inside the club involving Stewart and several males. Stewart was shot several times and killed during the fight. Eddie Davis, a 34-year-old soldier and acquaintance of Stewart, was standing next to him when they were both attacked by the same group of males, according to the police. Davis was severely beaten and taken to the hospital by a private party. Authorities were unable to get formal statement from him due to his high pain level. Officials say the victim was taken to the Midtown Medical Center by ambulance where he was pronounced dead Sunday morning at 12:17 a.m. According to the police reports, the incident happened inside the supper club located located on 3386 Buena Vista Road. The club is also known as Club Andres by many residents. Police said Stewart was shot multiple times inside the club. Stewart was also part of a local hip hop organization called Columinati. The group aims to bring artists in Columbus together to create positive music about peace, nonviolence, and encouragement to support the community. Ray Baker, the founder of Underground Sound Entertainment and co-founder of Columinati, worked with Stewart. They produced songs about nonviolence. Baker said Stewart was recently working on a song about peace as well. Highway was a good man. He was really positive and we worked on music together. Baker said, he made sure everybody stayed together in a positive manner. He was genuine. He was one of a kind. He cannot be replaced. Highway had worked on a song called Right or Wrong. It's about peace and nonviolence. The song is almost finished and I'm going to finish it for him. Mark Hall, a local artist, said Stewart encouraged him and his music. Hall said that he was shocked by Stewart's death and violence in South Columbus. He gotten out of South Columbus has gotten out of hand, and there's some more to that. So yeah, so that is my boy Bobby. Yeah. So let's see. So the girl that the one that I cut, that's the one who called me to tell me about my friend Sabrina, right? And actually, those two ladies, when I was in the hospital, that they actually came together to see me, and I have a picture of that. But so that young lady, the one that lost her, I mean, the one that I cut, she lost um her grandbaby. So this is this article. And uh, she was shot. Her grandbaby was shot by a 12-year-old boy. Her grandbaby was 12 years old as well. It says a 12-year-old boy was arrested Friday in connection with the death of a 12-year-old girl who was shot in late April during a sleepover in the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office said. Office said. In the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office said. What? Okay. Police said the boy, who was 11 at the time, shot Rama Yunus about 1:45 a.m. on April 30th, striking her in the ear and on the left side of her head while they were attending a birthday party sleepover at a home on Willow Branch Avenue in the city's Lackawanna neighborhood. That's the west side. At the time, police said the shooting was accidental. News4Jax has chosen not to identify the boy for that reason and because he's a minor. Police previously said the boy went into a nearby vacant home and found the gun, but the sheriff's office later said the boy found the gun underneath the house. In May, Rama died at a hospital after she was taken off life support. The medical examiner ruled her death a homicide. On Tuesday, a warrant was issued for the boy on a manslaughter charge, and he was arrested Friday at his home, police said. Gil Smith, a retired Jacksonville Sheriff Office deputy and News4Jack's crime and safety analyst, said the arrest of the boy may have been delayed due to investigators interviewing witnesses and having to wait on lab results for evidence. News4Jack Sports spoke with Rama's mother, Teresa Gordon, after police announced Friday night that an arrest was made in the case. And she says, I'm really grateful something was done. Someone needs to be accountable for this. Gordon said, she didn't deserve it. And it's some more to that article. Yeah. Yes, Duval. Yes. Yeah. That's a lot. That was her grandbaby. That was her one of the children from her oldest son. Um let's get into this one. Okay. Now, this one is my boy that's on death row now. Remember, okay, actually, the girls, the girl I was talking about, the one I cut, she was a part of the Rude Girls. The guy that I'm going to bring up the article on was the leader of the Rude Boys. I part time fought with the Rude Girls. So, um, and this is on Kenneth Hartley. Okay, it says Kenneth Hartley was sentenced to death by the state of Florida for the robbery and murder of Gino Mayhew. I used to work with him. It says, according to the court documents, Kenneth Hartley and two accomplices, Ronnie Farrell and Sylvester Johnson, would approach Gino Mayhew, who was selling crack, and would rob and fatally shoot him. Kenneth Hartley would be arrested, convicted, and sentenced to death. And that's his stats. Let's see. Blah 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 blah. This is what happens. As Sidney Jones worked on the victim in the victim's crack cocaine business, he testified to the following information. On April 22nd, 1991, the victim was selling crack from his Chevrolet Blazer at an apartment complex. On that date, Jones saw the three co-defendants together near the Blazer. He saw Hartley holding a gun to the victim's head and saw him force the victim into the driver's seat. Hartley climbed into the back seat behind the victim. Farrell climbed into the front passenger seat. Johnson was outside the Blazer talking to Hartley. After Hartley, Farrell, and the victim entered the Blazer, Jones saw it leave the apartment complex at a high speed and heard Farrell shout out of the Blazer that the victim would be back. Johnson followed soon afterwards in the truck. Another witness confirmed that the victim, Farrell, had another individual whom the witness was unable to positively identify, left the apartment complex together in the victim Blazer at a high rate speed or whatever. So listen, this guy Kenneth Hartley, he's also the brother of NFL football player Sean Jefferson, who is a coach now with, I think, Arizona. He was a coach with Detroit Lions for a long time. I think he's with Arizona, but he played with Atlanta Falcons and the 49ers, whoever the 49ers are, those people. And I one of the people that Tom Brady. Oh, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, that's who that is. But um, he should be coming up to be executed shortly because he lost his appeal, so he should be executed here shortly. Ain't that crazy? Let me see. Let me see about his appeal. Yeah, see, yeah, so he lost his appeal. His brother paid like a whole bunch of money to try to save his brother's life, but time is, if it ain't ran out, it's running out. 'Cause it should be coming up here, shortly. So, let's do. Remember I tell you that old crazy boy I used to date, the old crazy killing ass boy. Let me see. This is the one where after the next woman he dated after me, he killed her. That's some shit. Hell, baby, when I tell you I took my ass up off the dating scene, baby, you got me fucked up. No, I need to recuperate. So this is John Mosley. Now I'll be checking to see if he's still on death row. I know he wrote his own motion and he got off of death row. I tell you now, this is what he did. This is what this idiot did. Okay, it says so John Mosley was convicted of 2 counts of first-degree murder for the April 2004 death of his girlfriend Linda Wilkes and their infant son Jaquan Mosley. He received a sentence of death for the murder of his son Jaquan and a sentence of imprisonment for life for the murder of Wilkes. The court affirmed his convictions and sentence of death. Um, that just basically means they when he appealed at that time they um upheld it that time. So this is the facts, right? Says although Mosley was married, which I didn't know, he had a number of romantic relationships with other women in the Jacksonville area. Me being one. Here's some shit. It said, including Linda Wilkes. Because Wilkes was receiving Medicaid benefits for their son, Jaquan, she was required to participate in a proceeding to establish paternity. After Mosley failed to answer the petition to determine paternity, a default judgment was entered in against him, and he was ordered to pay $35 a week in child support with an additional $5 a week for retroactive child support. On March 12, 2004, Mosley filed a motion to have the final judgment set aside. A hearing on his motion was set for May 3rd, 2004. Around the time period, Mosley, who was 39, met Bernard Griffin, who was 15, and asked Griffin if he would be willing to kill a baby. During his attempts to convince Griffin to kill the child, Mosley pointed out to Wilkes' house and gave him a sketch of the house layup, but Griffin refused. On April 21st, 2004, Mosley went to see Wilkes at her house in Jacksonville and asked Wilkes to meet him the next day at J.C. Penney so he could take Jaquan shopping. On April 22nd, 2004, Wilkes took her other children to school. That afternoon, she and Jaquan met Mosley at J.C. Penney, and together they left in Mosley's vehicle, a burgundy Suburban. Mosley picked Griffin up and eventually drove him to a deserted dirt road in another part of Jacksonville. Mosley and Wilkes, um, when Mosley and Wilkes, what is it? To get out, Mosley said, I guess, to get out and pretended to look for something in the seat. He then turned and strangled Wilkes, who futilely attempted to defend herself. After she stopped moving, Mosley took a plastic shopping bag from the back of the vehicle, put it over Wilkes' head, and put her body in the back of a Suburban. Mosley put a crying Jaquan in another garbage bag, tied it, and also placed it in the back of the vehicle. He used a blue tarp to cover Wilkes' body and the bag with the baby in it. Initially, Griffin heard the baby crying, but after a while, the baby stopped. Mosley dropped Griffin off and went to work. At that time, he was working for Publix. Yeah, yeah. Ain't that crazy? And let me tell you how I found out. I'm sitting on the bed, right, and it flashed. We had heard that the baby, a lady and the baby was missing, this, that, and the third. Child, when they went to go arrest him, and I saw him on the news, I couldn't get on that phone and call my friend Rhonda fast enough. I'm like, Rhonda, it's John. They're arresting John. You should have heard me. I was like, oh, they're arresting John, Lord. They're arresting John. That's all I could say. Oh God. Yeah. He had to kill, yes. Crazy as hell. Virgo. Remember what I said about Virgo? Virgo man. When I ever upload this recording of my best friend Tim, you will often hear him talk about that because John, he jokes about that John could have killed Tim because instead of taking John to the game, a Jaguar game with me, I took Tim instead, and I got into an argument with John about it. I said, because I always did, my tickets always, I go to my friends first. What are you talking about? He always go to the game with me. And we kind of had an argument about that, and Tim always say, you know what, that nigga could have killed me by going to a Jaguar game. So when y'all hear that on the call, that's what he's talking about. Yeah, crazy as hell. Crazy. Oh my gosh. So I'm almost through, y'all. This is, so the fake ass girlfriend, right? This is her son. Hold on, y'all. Let me get it up. Okay. Please hit that like button, honey. Hit that like button. I ain't got to cuss tonight. Today. We doing some boring shit today, but so this is the fake girlfriend's son. Okay. So her son attacked a Jacksonville Jaguars football player and ended up getting 40 years. All right. So it says the ex-boyfriend of former Roy cheerleader charged in an attack on her and Jaguars wide receiver Kasim Osgood couldn't handle their breakup and stalked her while threatening to kill himself, according to an April 20 protective order request obtained by the Times Union. While the injunction for protection didn't prevent the September 27th assault that ended with an exchange of gunfire and 20-year-old Julian Bartletto's arrest. Do not dox my friend, please. Expert says it is better to seek court and police protection than not. Mackenzie Putnell's injunction against Bartletto said that they had known each other for 4 years and dated one before she broke it off in March. She said she was upset about their breakup. She said he was upset about their breakup and he stalked her ever since. He had a very bad temper. He threatened to shoot himself, Putnell, 19, said in the injunction. Adding she was afraid that he might shoot her as well. Bartletto was waiting for her April 15 at Florida State College at Jacksonville South Campus, where she's a student, and followed her down St. John's Bluff Road, the injunction said. He tried to run me off the road by swerving his vehicle in to my vehicle, cutting in front of me and slamming on his brakes, according to the document. He then blocked my vehicle, yelling that he was going to kill himself. Bartlett was involuntarily committed for mental observation after that, but Putnam saw him again in the college parking lot on April 19th, document said. Despite Judge granting Putnam's request that Bartlett stay away from her, violence escalated 5 months later in her Fort Caroline Road family home. Putnam and Osgood, 30, was watching television in a second floor room late September 27th when they said Bartlett walked in and pointed a gun at them. Putnam was pulled around by her hair, and both she and Osgood were pistol whipped, the arrest report said. She was eventually able to jump to the floor below to seek a gun. While she was being chased, Osgood jumped out of, and Osgood is the Jaguars football player, jumped out of a window and called police from a neighbor's home. The report said the report said Bartlett and Putnam shot at each other back in her home, but no one was hit. Bartlett was arrested in his home later. Putnam, who's no longer listed on the Royals roster, and her family had no comment on the incident or injunction. But yeah, he, and there's some more to that article, but he ended up getting 40 years. So that's the fake ass girlfriend's son. Okay. And she was also married to Mr. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mr. Olympia, the other guy that I showed you. Yeah. Um, what else I want to tell you about her? Oh yeah, my mom used to babysit Julian when he was a young kid. Yeah. Now I got one more crazy ass friend. Um, this is my friend Kurt. Right? Remember I tell you the one that got involved with President Obama's birth certificate. Um, oh God. Yes, honey. Woo. So, okay. So this is my friend Kurt, right? Kurt, when the ESPN stuff was going on and we was doing some politics and stuff like that, he also goes by the name of Riker. So when I read this article, that's what it's going to refer to as. It says a radical leftist sidekick of Bill Bryant, aka PJ Foggy, who writes internet comments typically supporting Bryant on pro-Obama extremist websites such as Politigab.com and Fogbow, is Kurt Coleman, who posts under the username Riker. Among the claims by PJ Foggy and Riker are that they have taken steps and have encouraged others to take steps to interfere with presidential eligibility litigation brought by attorney Orly Taps and to abuse anti-Obama posters on Fox News host Greta Van Susten's blog. In 2009, Internet post Riker identified himself as a male in his late 40s living in Florida, as seen here in Exhibit 1, and there was a picture there. By 2010, and Riker no longer find it necessary to hide behind Internet blog username, deciding instead to self-identify as Kurt Coleman. There's a you can't see this, but there's a picture that was here with him and this guy Larry, and some more stuff. So this is this is this is this is my crazy friend Kurt. This is what he wrote to the people. He had those people, and I'm talking about the Washington Republicans getting got their AUSAs ready because they're trying to take Obama to the I mean, they was trying to, go after him about this fake birth certificate. What happened was they duped the Republicans with the birth certificate by saying that, yeah, we got Obama's real birth certificate. And guess what, guys? He wasn't born, in America. So they sent them, it was, to get them to look stupid. Child. So anyway, let me see if I can read. Um, so yeah. So anyway, he wrote some nonsense to the people. But Kurt is also the same person that knocked out that knocked out the entanglement, the call that's under the entanglement. Kurt knocked out the entanglement assistant principal for messing with me. When I was going through all the ESPN stuff, Kurt drove and knocked him out, and I kept him out of prison. And after he did this with Obama's birth certificate, of course, I got the call. Child. Oh, Jesus. And that concludes my friends in the news. This edition of it. So I'm going to drop the link for anybody that's still here that want to talk about anything that we discussed or anything else. Yeah. I dropped the link. I don't know if y'all could get it. Yeah, honey, it's a lot, child. Yes, it's a lot. I'm sorry, I ain't mean to depress you. I'm sorry. I ain't mean that wasn't. Oh Lord, that wasn't my objective, But I'm just, we're going through. We under the construction, child, and so I'm coming on a little more frequently, throughout the month of July. Hopefully, I can get some of this stuff loaded up. But yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to depress you. I didn't. But it's a lot, honey. I thought I saw Miss April come up in here. But yeah, there go the link. Let me say hi to y'all. Ooh, a lot of y'all. What's up, Karen Johnson? Cheers. MZ Smooth V. Karen A. Indigo. SF Spiritual Gangsta. Cherise. Larry's Minions. Kayla. Hot Rod. Michelle Jordan. Cherise. Karen J. Is that Karen J. A. and Johnson up in here? Shauna Peters. Phoenix Rising. Thank you, y'all. Thank you for the condolences. Thank you. Who else? Who else we have? Valencia Wilson, always. Stilettos for me. Miss April Showers. So, Atmos. Hey, Ty. Hey, Wings. Yeah, I got all the cameras in here. The KKK up in the building. But, it's like it's so many, lessons that we can learn just from those articles. I mean, like, life is short. Like, that little girl, lost her life, at 18 and was taken by some, idiot boy. Like, why would you shoot that girl? And little kid playing with a gun at a sleepover, 11 years old, 12 now. boy getting 40 years for and the girl, she's no longer a Roar cheerleader because the lady that put me on and well as the fake ass girlfriend, um she was a cheerleader too a while back, a long time ago. She was a cheerleader too. She was messing with a football player who man, damn, I can't say that shit. Y'all motherfuckers dox people. But anyway, she got relieved of from the cheerleading squad because I'm messing with a football player. Yeah. So that girl, she lost her, little cheerleading job. Um, but yeah, he got 40 years for that. The that that boy, and I did not know John was married. I don't know how he was doing what he was doing, but he was doing the most out here. And then you the next girlfriend you get, and I'm trying to tell you that old guy. I'm so glad I ain't listened to that goddamn Rhonda, because she was like, I don't know. I told y'all I got a waiting period before you get. Wait a minute. Wait. Hold on. Shit. Wait a minute. I'm talking so loud. Hold on. You know. Shit. I got a waiting period before you get some of this help. Shit. I ain't easy. Shit don't come to you easy. Shit. Fuck that. So I got a waiting period, 6 week waiting period, shit. So, Rhonda, she always was reading them old cosmopolitan magazines and shit, giving you section advice and stuff like that. Shit, I'm a good clean girl. Hell, you know, shit, now I'm a clean bitch. Wait a minute. So, listen. And so she talking about, oh, I don't know what you waiting for. As fine as he is, I've been and gave him some and this, that, and the third and shit. And I was like, no, because back then I was checking ID and shit, you know what I'm saying? Because I hadn't been kidnapped. So so since then I always check ID and tags. I get all that. Even when my daughter go on dates, I get all that. Okay? And I look and get all that shit from whoever I'm with and relay it back to all kind of people, including the police. Okay, you come looking for my motherfucking ass shit. I be having on trackers and all kind of shit. But so anyway, um, so he could always show me his social security card. He could show me his school ID, right? But he could never show me a Florida ID. I don't need no school ID. Shit, I got one of them. I need a Florida ID, nigga. I need the numbers. And he would never show it to him. So hey, you can show me that ID and shit like that. You get no ass. That's all it is. You get no ass if you ain't got no ID. No ID, no ass. That's how it goes. And so come to find out, child, how about the nigga had me thinking all that time that I was older than he was. He actually turned out to be like 6 years or something like that older than I am. I was. I mean, look, real good for his age. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, back then or whatever, he didn't he I could have accepted he was younger than me. And then he said he had two two kids. Kind of find out he had like 5 or 6 other motherfuckers. So when he goes and get with this next lady, um, and then get mess around and get her pregnant. Now he married. Ain't nobody know that shit. He married, and he goes and kill the goddamn woman and the baby. What kind of shit is that? Who the fuck does that? Just pay the child support and don't say nothing about the baby or whatever. God damn. I wasn't giving them my ass. Fuck that shit. See, I could have been dead too. Suppose I would have got pregnant. I wouldn't be sitting with y'all motherfuckers today, sitting over this motherfucker whispering. Oh, God. Oh, Lord. Yeah, baby. Yes. When I tell you, the Lord loves me, baby. The Lord loves me. The Lord loves me. He always got my back. Believe that. Always. I dodged that bullet. And that's why I'm trying to tell you, a man right now can't. If you a Virgo man, you might as well get the hell on. I'm trying to tell you. Oh, I might just get my gun and start shooting at your ass. You tell me you're a Virgo man trying to holler at me. Oh, mm-mm. Child, they done put something on me, baby. Them niggas done gave me PTSD, baby. I can't. I can't. I need to be sitting up in somebody's office just talking about these niggas, sitting on the couch, talking about these niggas. I done had a rough time, baby. Woo, Jesus. And I'm talking, these niggas don't give a fuck that you work for the people. They don't give a fuck about that. They'll cuss your ass out just. They'll threaten your life like the rest of them. They don't give a shit about none of that. Give a shit. Telling you. Yes, honey. Baby, no, honey. But yeah, I dropped the link, so I guess nobody wanted to come up. But yeah, so I just wanted to let y'all know that y'all are super duper smart. That we talked about the shit before it even came through. We was talking about the shit while they was typing it, child. Y'all are smart, smart folks. Yes, baby, yes. So but I ain't want to hold y'all up, but yeah, I just wanted to share a few things, you know, bring some interesting stuff to you. So anyway, I'm gonna let y'all get on out of here. So thanks again to the host and the hostess. We have no guests. And until the next time, make sure y'all get that stuff up for that exercise. And again, it's gonna be, the defense is gonna be spotlighting the defense, but of course the people that opposed to the defense, that whoever is giving their arguments, you guys can come up and challenge that, that defense. It should be interesting. It's going to start Friday. Make sure you have your notifications set. All right, y'all, get out of here. Have a nice rest of the weekend. Bye, y'all.